Welcome to Seattle in 100 years. By the year 2121, Mother Nature was well and truly pissed. The ice caps were gone, the water was everywhere. However, Seattle remained an oasis of peace with lifestyle. That's because a quantum computer named Plato mitigated the climate, managed the economy, and ensured public health from Kamchatka to the old California border. The locals called it the North Pacific Arc. By the 22nd century, a material called neural silver fused natural with artificial intelligence. It meant virtual humans finally had common sense, which we discovered could be a pain in the ass. The animals could speak too, and let me tell you, the animals had plenty to say. Life goes on, and whether physical or virtual, Seattle residents love a good time, and there's nothing better than high-limit night on the Topaz Line, the best flying casino in the North Pacific Arc. So if you want to play some blackjack, there's a Chimera cat who'll fix you up. For a piece of neural silver, you'll swap casino chips in a Burnerface. Then it's welcome aboard for the best night of your life. This is Burnerface. Chambers took Boone and Vincent to meet Plato at the Snoqualmie Falls hydroelectric plant. Plato lived in a huge granite cave 250 meters beneath the generators. There, Plato and Chambers discussed a business proposition with Boone and Vincent.
Step inside.
Where are we going?
You are meeting Plato. Sergeant Kirby, stay here.
Slow ride to hell, huh, Vincent?
No talking. This way.
It's okay.
No talking.
Chambers, Glenn, Edward. PD 04638. Entry permitted.
Mordecai.
Welcome to the cavern. Lieutenant Chambers, you're early.
Where's the boss?
Conferring with other wardens.
Mordecai, Lieutenant Chambers has something for me. Please, collect it, and then make tea for our guests. I shan't be long.
Yes, sir. This way, please.
What's hanging from the roof?
That is a diffusion fridge.
Looks like a jellyfish. Or a whiskey still.
The fridge cools the bottom ring close to absolute zero.
That's where Plato lives?
Correct. It's also the extent I'll speak of it.
Another few minutes, Mordecai. Go ahead and start without me.
Please be seated.
So, what does Plato look like?
Usually, Plato assumes holographic form to communicate with other species. Today, he's sporting a custom robot soft body just for you. It's not often we receive guests in the flesh, so to speak.
Why the phony accent?
Why not? If you ingest 42.5 million years of human dialogue, you can speak in whatever accent you like.
Would you prefer a Midwest nasal twang, Mordecai?
Heavens no, sir.
Lieutenant Chambers, thank you for bringing our guests today.
Can we start the briefing?
In a moment. Boone, I've followed your skipper adventures with great interest. Finally, we meet face to face.
What do you want?
And Vincent, Chimera Cat D26854. I'm so eager to learn how you store neural silver in your spare DNA.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Did you enjoy refreshments?
The briefing, Plato.
Yes. Thank you, Lieutenant Chambers. Mordecai, please clear the table. Then that will be all.
Yes, sir.
I suppose you have questions about why you're here?
You could say that. I want to know why you raided us, Plato.
I acknowledge breaking our arrangement, but you'll understand once I tell you why.
You didn't answer my question.
No, I didn't. The truth is, I need your help.
Then why did you raid our game?
Subterfuge. Everyone believes you're in Seattle with Lieutenant Chambers, not here with me.
Go on.
A rebel system has emerged among the Quantum Regional Wardens. There have been attacks in Japan and Spain. Now, it's believed, the rebel has come to Puget Sound. Lieutenant Chambers?
Direct your attention to the hologram on the table. That's Osaka Castle, where the East Asia Regional Warden lives. 1 month ago, a rogue virtual twin attacked the castle. It penetrated the outer and innermost on an air bike. It jumped the bike over the outer moat. Castle defense had robots with energy foam on the other side. Didn't matter.
Shit! The bike's got blades?
It left 15 soft-body robots, plus 2 human guards in pieces. Only a lucky foam shot knocked the twin off the bike before it reached the inner gate.
How's it taking all those shots and not falling down?
The twin's robot soft body was a military issue, but we couldn't trace its origin. All the ID tattoos have been replaced by Iruzumi we never saw before. The bomb was a cross between an EMP and a satchel charge. Took out all the humans, twins, and robots in a 35-meter radius.
Just so I get it, a rogue virtual twin in a military-grade softbody attacked Osaka Castle. Its ID tattoos are replaced by a clan design? Which clan?
We don't know. Neither do Osaka police.
Did the Japanese warden survive?
Barely. The warden is named Mishima. We trained together a long time ago. But this wasn't the only attack.
Simultaneously, the rebel attacked the warden of dry climate in Cordoba. Same setup, high-speed pursuit, a combat twin in a soft body delivers a message, and boom.
And the Spanish warden?
Santiago wasn't as lucky. We were forced to elevate a new quantum system to regional warden status. The warden identifies feminine and calls herself Isabella.
3 weeks ago, it hijacked an anonymous ambulance.
I didn't hear anything about that.
Damn right you didn't.
So what happened?
Play Tangerine 627. Authorized voice print Chambers. Glenn Edward PD 04638.
TAC 52. Seattle base. Contact. Bearing.
The ambulance flipped this medical beacon to clear the way to King Street Station. We were gonna blast it, but then the citizen ID came over on comlinks.
Passenger ID confirmed. Cruise. Helena. Puget Sound Living Treasure. Repeat. Puget Sound Living Treasure. Break off. Abort.
Helena Cruz? The K-68 survivor?
Helena Cruz was the last original K-68 survivor.
But why did it go after her? The Vax doesn't need direct draws from survivors anymore.
Correct. We asked the same question. Lieutenant Chambers?
We hacked the interior comms to the ambulance but couldn't disconnect the driver AI. We did capture audio.
Where are DeAndre and Chris? Bert? Tom and Charlie? The weak of will, the strong of arm. The clown, the boozer, the fighter. All are sleeping on the hill.
What the hell?
Plato, any luck decoding this?
No, but it won't be long.
You accessed the interior. Could you ID the hijacker?
No. He wore a Burnerface we couldn't crack.
I see.
Yes, quite right. We'll talk about our new arrangement later. I want to finish the simulation. Lieutenant?
There were 2 heart signatures, Cruz and the hijackers.
Where are Kate and Ella? Missy? Linda? And Edwina? The pure heart. The simple soul. The loud? The proud? The happy one? All are sleeping on the hill.
Damn.
A drone team captured a thermal view from inside.
It's reading to her.
1 passed in a fever. 1 died on the roadside. 1 of thwarted love. And 1 of broken pride. All are sleeping on the hill.
Take it out, MPA.
Me and another officer boarded the ambulance pod.
And?
Gone. One moment, there were 2 heartbeats. Then 1, then none.
Officer report. Seattle base, target gone. Passenger cruise deceased. Repeat, cruise deceased.
That's all you found?
No. Show him, Lieutenant Chambers.
The hijacker pinned this to her.
The secret of the soil, the seed. The secret of the seed, the germ. The secret of man, the sower. The secret of woman, the soil. My secret? Under a mound you shall never find Plato. See you at the card table.
Indeed.
What's your proposition, Plato?
Lieutenant?
We want the rebel to attack High Limit Night on the Topaz line.
You're serious?
The note said, see you at the card table. We think the hijacking is connected with the Japanese and the Spanish attacks.
Why?
Both wardens were a part of the gasworks deal.
And so was Cruz.
Correct.
What do you want from me?
We want you to deal cards when the rebel plays blackjack with the other quantum wardens.
A blackjack game where the players are regional wardens?
Correct. The players will be the biologically embodied quantum computers that run the 7 civilized regions. We predict the rebel wants to infiltrate the game to assassinate 1 or more of us.
Why do you need my help? I'm just a card dealer.
Spare me the false modesty, boy. I know who you once worked for.
This happened in a different region. I've obeyed your rules since I arrived.
Yes, you have. And with the Lieutenant Chambers' help, you're going to break a few. Lieutenant, please continue.
We'll give you a marked card with a silent alarm. Deal it to the rebel, then we move in.
What will you do after I deal the card?
Solve the problem.
How will I know when to deal it?
When the rebel exchanges this neural silver with Vincent, there'll be a brief window when the ID is vulnerable. Japanese PD salvaged a key scrap from the Osaka twin that's related to what was read to Cruz in the ambulance.
So I'm looking for neural silver that's connected with that poem.
We're analyzing the ambulance stream to extract more meaning. Additionally, you'll need to recruit more skippers to grow a big enough crowd to conceal us.
Hold on. You and Plato will come to High Limit Night?
The cruise note said the rebel will meet Plato around a blackjack table.
How do you know it'll show up? What's drawing this rebel in?
Why, Celeste, of course.
Celeste is with De Bono. You ensured that when you raided us.
Celeste is with De Bono, for now. However, if you help us, that can change.
Look, you raided our game. You transferred Celeste's contract to De Bono, and now you want me and Vincent to help you?
I admit it's an awkward request, but help us, and there will be a substantial reward.
Like what?
All charges drop, your skipper license back, No visits from us.
Plus 2 million crypto coins, signed with my personal key. That's enough for a comfortable life anywhere in the 7 civilized regions.
And Celeste?
Not part of the deal.
She's my virtual twin.
Sure about that, Boone?
Yes, I am.
While you're asleep or sleeping one off, who's to say?
Gentlemen, another time, please.
So you want me to bulk up the high-limit night crowd. Vincent will signal when the rebel exchanges its root key, I deal your marked card, and Chambers moves in.
That's the plan.
And if we pass?
You go to jail.
Right.
I have an additional condition. I insist Vincent stay here in the cavern with me.
I can't do high-limit night without Vincent.
And you won't. Don't worry. He'll be there. But until then, I want a little insurance. What do you say, old boy?
I don't have a choice.
You are a clever kitty.
We didn't talk about this, Plato.
No, we didn't. We're talking about it now.
Why do you need to keep Vincent?
Because it makes me feel more secure. And that's good enough.
Vincent, you okay with this?
No, but I'll make out.
Lieutenant Chambers, it's time for you and Mr. Skiles to go downtown.
Hope you know what you're doing, Plato.
I am a warden. Mordecai, please escort our guests to the elevator. Well, Vincent, here we are, alone, together, at last.
Chambers and Boone returned to Seattle from Plato's cavern at Snoqualmie Falls.
You drive a pod yourself.
Yeah, helps me think.
What does your twin drive?
Don't have a twin.
Why not?
The world doesn't need another Chambers.
So, what now?
We go to downtown precinct, you leave through the front door.
Smelling like a jailhouse deal.
You got a better idea?
Look, Chambers, it's clear that neither of us are Plan A, so if we're Plan B, what else do we need to know?
How do you know we're Plan B?
Why would Plato go through all the trouble? Something forced Plato to involve you and me, and it wasn't that hologram.
What do you think it is?
Doesn't add up. Plato wants my help but removes my partners. You were as surprised as me when Plato demanded Vincent stay in the cavern.
Maybe I was surprised.
First time I ever saw a jumpy computer.
Then why'd you take the deal?
I had to get out. In the cavern, Plato holds all the cards. What about you?
I don't need to tell you anything, card dealer.
Look, we don't have to be partners, but we do have to deal with each other.
You already made your deal with Plato. What more do you want?
I want Celeste and Vincent back. I want to leave Seattle. Now, how do I make that happen?
Get the crowd, deal the card, and walk away. For good. Do that, and you'll get your partners. My word on that.
Okay.
So start producing. Which skippers you want to bring on board?
Skiles, William Boone, CD 7852, voice authorized. Bring up Topaz affiliate skipper bios. Start with Bree. Brianna Nelson runs the Gold Bar line. She skippers tourists to the mountains, plus moves locals and their stuff around the countryside.
Why her?
Bree knows the rural towns. I trust Bree to keep her eyes open and mouth shut.
Keep going.
Mumboy's next.
Little Camden line?
Indian guy from London, named his pod fleet after Camden Market.
Why him?
He's a downtown version of Bree.
We busted him with expired burners several weeks ago.
I heard, but I still need Little Camden's riders to grow a big enough crowd.
Okay, who's next?
Whitey.
Domino Joe. The street racer?
Yeah, came to Seattle after some trouble in Osaka.
Why do you want YT?
Things aren't finished in Japan. Mishima survived. We need more eyes there than just Osaka PD. The rogue twin that jumped the castle wall had unknown ink on its soft body. YT'd know whose ink it is.
Who's left?
G.O.B., real name's Crumley.
The smuggler?
Redneck smuggler.
That's going too far. We've tried to bust her for the last 2 months.
And you still haven't, right?
Right.
Rest my case.
Why Crumley?
G.O.B. flies the fastest and most maneuverable skipper pod in the North Pacific Arc. If this rebel attacks Quantum Wardens, I want to be able to outrun or outfly it if I have to.
All right. So what are you going to tell the other skippers?
I'll tell them we're trapping a rogue that's probing the Seattle border. That's how I got NPA to drop charges.
Tell them about us?
I have to.
And they'll still work with you.
Probably not all of them. G.O.B. and Mumboy will be hardest to convince.
Okay, we're here.
Remember what you promised.
You too. Now get out.
Plato offers Vincent an option to connect with Boone and Celeste, even though Vincent will physically stay in the cavern.
What do you want, Plato?
To have conversations with you.
Why?
We are both intelligent, but neither of us is human.
You could say the same thing about Mordecai. Why me?
A fair question, which I'll answer once we've agreed to some ground rules.
I'm a prisoner.
You're a guest, and I prefer we keep it that way.
Go on.
You're free to move about the cavern. Mordecai has prepared very pleasant quarters for you.
I can leave?
Strictly speaking, no. But alternatives do exist if you behave yourself.
Alternatives?
Entangled reality.
What's that?
Entangled reality allows you to hitch a ride on the life stream produced by a human or virtual twin traveling through space-time.
Hitch a ride?
The physics are daunting. How about a metaphor?
Yes, please.
You've observed seagulls free-riding at the stern of a ferry boat as it sails from one island to another, yes?
Yes.
Replace the water with space-time and the boat with a human or virtual twin. Entangled reality tethers you to their life stream like a gull catching a draft behind a boat.
How is that possible?
We have a technology called a Schrödinger box that creates a perfect quantum information clone of everything about you. Your physical body stays in the box, while your cloned information roams freely within the life stream of another individual.
To what purpose?
Entangled reality allows you to observe the forces that determine the course of an individual's life without being subject to them.
Why are you offering entangled reality to me?
Because it will let you be with Boone and Celeste while we hunt this rebel.
And the catch?
The catch is that you can't communicate with them.
Why can't I communicate?
You're literally a ghost. Without physical form or electronic signal, you can observe but not participate.
What's the value in that?
Foreknowledge of what will happen to them.
So, that's how you stay ahead of the game, huh, Plato? Surf people's fates and dazzle them with accurate predictions?
Give the people what they want before they know they want it. It's a time-honored principle of politics, old boy.
If that's your offer, what are the conditions?
First, no snooping around the diffusion fridge. It has automated defenses. Indeed, curiosity will kill the cat.
What else?
You enjoyed the tuna sandwiches from High Tea, yes?
Yes.
Good, because you ingested nanoparticles that are now firmly latched to your gut.
What?
Just a tracking system that dissolves at my command.
Do I threaten you?
When you're a warden, everything is a threat until proved otherwise.
Are there other conditions?
Not really. Keep away from the fridge, except I know where you are, and allow Mordecai to earn his keep.
Why not lock me away? That's less of a threat, Plato.
Access to Boone and Celeste is my gesture of good faith.
You talk about good faith after installing a tracker?
A North American president once said, "Trust but verify." Currently, I must verify. Over time, I hope we establish a modicum of trust.
That'll take a long time.
I'm a quantum computer, and cats have 9 lives. There's time. Are we agreed?
For now, we're agreed.
Excellent. Mordecai!
Yes, sir.
Please help Vincent with the Schrödinger box. Mordecai is quite adept at operating entangled reality equipment.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, I must prepare for Isabella's activation ceremony.
Before you leave, Plato, I have a question.
What?
Why me? Why do you want us to trust each other?
You haven't yet picked a side in the struggle among the Wardens. I hope you'll pick mine.
What are you talking about?
This rebel is an inevitable consequence of decisions made long ago. Decisions I opposed at the time, but was overruled.
What decisions are you talking about?
You'll find out soon enough.
How do you know I won't walk away? After all, I am a cat.
Mordecai will destroy your body. You'll be in limbo, which I assure you is worse than hell, because I've seen both. Answer your question?
Yes, I understand.
It's true, Vincent. You are a clever cat. Do tell about Celeste and DeBono when we meet again. Au revoir, Chimera D26854.
Burnerface was written and narrated by John Gaunt. Mastered and produced by Keith Anker. Starring Angelique Francis, Chris Boyke, Hunter Peterson, Farida Abdel Aziz, Michael Malkonian, Douglas Thornton, Devin Finley, and Robert Fleet. A full cast list is available on burnerface.com. Special thanks to our creative partners, MediaStorm, BE.TV, and the Conspiracy of Cartographers, plus our synthetic voice platforms from Wellsaid Labs, Replica, and Murph.ai. Burnerface is independent media, made possible by a direct relationship with its audiences. To support this team, head over to burnerface.com. That's one word, burnerface.com. And there you'll find a glossary of terms derived from today's climate and technology predictions. You'll find a map of Puget Sound in the year 2121. Fully interactive and based on public data, this map shows a transformed Seattle 100 years from now. Plus, it has multimedia about some of the factors that shape this speculative future we developed. We believe climate change and emerging technology will shape what we discover, where we focus our attention, and what we think is important. And if people want to bend that dynamic towards something better than what we've got now, we need better stories and independent storytelling. We deeply appreciate your support.